Dr. London is calling.
Hello, and welcome back to Student Dr. London Calling. I am Student Dr. London. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button just so you can stay up to date on all the new videos. Videos drop every other week. If you haven't watched the last couple of videos, go back and watch those, like and comment. Comment on different topics that you wanted to see or to hear about. So, we're going to continue with the season 5 series of Faith and Medicine. I decided to call up student Dr. Sims, who is going to talk about her journey through medicine and how she kept her faith and her eyes on God. While dealing with lupus, an illness that affects a lot of the African American community, as well as lived in Tifton and had to travel miles and miles just to see a doctor so she can get the proper treatment. She always kept her faith with God and never wavered. And now she is her third year in medical school, going to her fourth year, and she wants to be a pediatric rheumatologist. I hope her story inspires others to not give up no matter what challenges that you face, because watching her video and hearing her story has inspired me. So I really hope you guys enjoy, and here she goes.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Janya Sims. I am a third-year medical student at Morehouse School of Medicine. I am originally from Tifton, Georgia, and I attended Georgia State University and received my bachelor's degree in biology. I stand before you not just as a medical student, but as someone whose journey has been profoundly shaped by faith in medicine. A journey that began in a small town in South Georgia, Tifton, where I was diagnosed with lupus. When I first received the diagnosis, I was just a teenager. The news hit hard and suddenly. My life was filled with long drives, 4 hours each way to see specialists who could manage my condition. These trips weren't just physically exhausting. They were a constant reminder of how far I was from the specialized care I needed. But it was during these drives with endless stretches of road ahead that something remarkable happened. A seed was planted. It was during these moments of solitude that I felt a calling, a drive to become the very kind of doctor that I needed at that time, a pediatric rheumatologist. My faith in God became my anchor during these years. Each trip was a prayerful journey, a conversation with God where I found comfort, strength, and a sense of purpose. I realized that I wasn't just fighting for my health. I was being prepared for a path that would allow me to help others, especially children in rural areas like Tipton, who might one day be in the same situation I was. Medical school, as many of you know, is a test of not just intellect, but of endurance and spirit. There were moments, particularly when preparing for Step 1 exam, where I found myself questioning everything. I failed that exam 3 times. Each failure felt like a setback, a roadblock on the path that I was so sure God had set before me. But it was also in those moments of doubt and frustration that my relationship with God deepened. I prayed harder, I listened more intently, and I learned to trust in God's timing, not my own. Each failure became a lesson in humility, perseverance, and faith. It was a reminder that while we might set our own timelines, God's plan is often different and always better. I learned that faith isn't about everything turning out okay. Faith is about being okay no matter how things turn out. As I speak with you today, on the cusp of becoming a pediatric rheumatologist, I can see how every twist and turn, every challenge and setback was a necessary part of this journey. My diagnosis, the long drives for treatment, the failures, and the victories, they were all woven together by a faith that never wavered, even when my spirit did. So I urge you all, whether you're facing a difficult diagnosis, the rigors of medical school, or any other challenges in life, keep faith. Trust in God's plan, even when it doesn't make sense in that moment. Remember that our greatest struggles often lead to our greatest triumphs, and that faith is the bridge that carries us from where we are to where we are meant to be. I will leave you with a few quotes that I have come across along my journey. The first one is, failure does not define you, it refines you. And the second one is, when horses are in the race, blinders are placed on them so they are not focused on their opponents during the race. only on finishing the race. So I urge you, keep faith, keep going, and you will make it. Thank you.